Hello guys, and welcome back to EIR. Just making sure that the audio levels is fine. We are here, back for EIR, and we are here for round 10 of the championship, and we are here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Um, Still have the usual lot of drivers. We have Lightstock making his return to EIR after a few weeks off. He will be serving a qualifying ban, which I completely forgot about. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we're back now. And Despair has returned from his holiday. I'm not exactly sure where he went, but seemed like he was having a good time. And I think that's about it. I forgot to write some facts down for the race, as I've been very busy today. Um, but yeah, very. I do know one. Um, yeah, we're just waiting for. We are also waiting for Chris to join. He should be here very soon. We have Reese. Good evening. Good evening, Reese. I hope you are well. Actually, we can talk about last week's race, Hungarian Grand Prix. Reese serving a qualifying ban after his naughty antics at Qatar, and he somehow came away with the win after a lot of confusion on the final lap. But he finally got his first win. I don't know if it's on this game. It was definitely his first win of the season, and now we are finally into qualifying. We can now get everything ready. Yeah, so we are waiting for Chris to join. Hopefully he won't be too long. So yeah, Lightstock will be putting his uh, setup on, and then he should be retiring. Not exactly sure why he's on hard, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do anyway. So yeah, massive congratulations to Lightstock is coming out onto track. I'm guessing he's going to try and disqualify himself. So he actually does start at the back. I'm not exactly sure what this man is doing, but we will find out who is actually going to be the first car out. It will be Optimus. I'm confused. Right, anyway. Wet race, I'm going to try. Oh, wait. It has rain icon, but it says dry but overcast. Yeah, that's going to be a confusing one for you. If anyone in a party with Lightshot, ask him why he's on track. Unless he's just going to go into the pits as soon as he comes back in, I guess. Optimus very deep into that corner. Oops, I can't even see chat. Why did you have to... oh, and he's doing something. I don't know what Optimus is doing, but we move. Optimus unfortunately crashed out last week in his debut race, but hopefully he can do a lot better in tonight's race. I would imagine Lightshot will be coming straight back in. Yeah. Probably just getting a feeder lap. And I'd imagine he'll retire. But Optimus now... yeah, there you go. Fair enough. As long as he doesn't set a lap, I don't really mind what he does. Does what he wants. Optimus now into turn 1. Oh, there's Joy. There's... told you Chris will eventually join. Through the... I believe they're the Schumacher S's, if I'm remembering it correctly. I don't know the name of all the corners. I'm pretty sure it's just the S's and the Degners and Spoon and 130R, the only ones that have some sort of name. I'm not exactly sure if it anymore. Not anymore. Oh, and that Optimus slightly off, but keeps the car just about on track. So Brad doing what he usually does, out on mediums and doing multiple. Talking of money, actually, I just seen the MoneyGram logo there. Funny enough, I actually saw their logo when I was out earlier. It was on a post office box. Sorry about that. Optimus goes quickest with a 130.1, and oh, he's got off, and that's him out of qualifying. Oh, no, keeps it just about out of the ball. I say out of the ball, he's in the ball. It's Tops goes quicker, and then Andy goes even quickest to a 129.0. That's much quicker than what Tops done. Gangster Al pops himself into fourth. Who is no? Oh, and Albany's off. He was definitely blocked by the car ahead of him, which was the Haas of, I believe, Optimus. That will be very interesting to see. Havoc rounding the final corner. Can he take provisional pole? No, it's P3. Another driver into the 129s. Allied Squire goes even quicker. The 127.3. I would imagine qualifying will be between Joe and Squire tonight. Chris might be up there with some late practice. I have just got another. Sorry about that. I'm just going to put my NB. I don't. Oh, Reese is travelling somewhere. What have I missed? Reese up into second. Optic has put himself into fifth. Albany is one of 147. And that's because he got blocked along his. Gangster's one slightly quicker. And Brad is on mediums. Let's have a look at Albany actually, because he will be on another lap. And he goes purple in sector 1. Albany could be in for a shot for pole here as well. We were supposed to have Bonds tonight as well in the commentary box, but my guy has decided that he wanted to go for a Spoons instead. But he will be here 1 week, hopefully, sometime soon, hopefully. You never quite know. Albany now heads up towards 130R. Purple in sector 2. And he goes quickest with our 127.3. Very close. At the top, we've got Let Joe on a lap as well to spare. Up to 10th. Bradford. No, that was Gangster Al with a 132. Got Optimus back out on track. We've got Let Joe heading towards the end of his lap. He is purple in sector 2. Let's see what he can do in his final sector. Is he able to put the AlphaTauri on pole? And it will be a 1:26.8. His teammate, on the other hand, hasn't set a lap yet, as we await for everyone else to set their times. Oh god. Who am I riding on board with? Bearing in mind not everyone is on track, so... But, for fuck's sake. You're going to do this again, aren't you? Brad goes to 5th on a set of mediums. That's actually pretty decent. RSF1 Hunt. Still the only driver to finish every race in the point, excluding sprint races. He still holds on to that, ever so slightly. Will tonight be the end of that run? He says he likes Japan. It's not actually finishing the race, it's actually finishing in the points. He came quite close to not being in the points last week, but luckily he had lapped the guy behind him. As for that goes to 11th. That would be, so far, enough for points. Optimus has... Oh, Optimus is now out. What has happened there? He will be starting P... I'd imagine around P13. I'd imagine Adam has a little bit more pace in that car. But drivers now starting that BXTN, who did finish on the podium last week, but then Stewart's decision went against him, and he got given a 5-second time period, which put him down to, I think it was 7th. So he did have his maiden podium taken away. Let's see if he can finish in the podium tonight. I'm waiting for Reese to do what he usually does and puts points on following Optimus. I am waiting for it. Simple Chris on a lap as well. Let's go on board with XFR Optic. Who's actually ahead? Chris there. Yeah, so Chris is slightly ahead of Optic at the moment. So we will ride on board with Season 1 Chuck. There you go, told you. Spelled it wrong, L. Optimus. you missed the U. That's not funny. Do you want to try again, Reese? Take another shot at it, mate. Simple Chris now rounding Spoon Corner. Whee. Someone's just gone quicker. That would have been BXCN in goes to 5th. But Simple Chris heading into the chicane now. He rounds the final corner. Let's see where he can put that McLaren. Only to 5th place. Let's jump on board with his teammate, who's now rounding the final corner himself. Is he going to be able to put himself near his teammate? Only a couple of places behind. Not too far behind, about just under a second. We've got Havoc on a lap himself. We've got RSF1 Hunt still out there. We've got Spare rounding Spoon Curve. Got a yellow flag out on track. That would be for RSF1 Hunt. I'd imagine he'll be coming into the pits. He is actually now above Optimus, so he has gone quicker on his second lap. Here comes the Spare, rounding the final corner, and he goes to 7th. Havoc has retired. Havoc has crashed. Oh dear. Havoc has crashed through qualifying. Now, if you might be saying, why are you getting all... Well, I wouldn't say upset or anything. But Havoc is one of, if not the cleanest driver in the league, he doesn't usually crash or get given penalties. This season, though, he's defied all odds. He has crashed in a race. Bearing in mind it wasn't actually his fault. He then got given a penalty a few weeks back for an incident with Optic. And now he's crashed in qualifying. And he might get displaced by Hunt on his last flying laps. Oh, he's done it again, hasn't he? Oh, God. Clear his throat. What do you want now, Reese? Thanks for our run in the final corner. Stays. P15. Oh. Reese is just catching all them strays. Only 2 drivers out on track at the moment and they're not on laps. Is anyone coming out? Oh, we've got Despair's coming in. So it looks like we're just going to have to stick with Gangster Al for the time being. Really need to make that map bigger, make it like half the screen. I'd like to see about changing some of this stuff actually. See if I can make it a little bit smaller. Ideally I'd make where all the names are smaller, then put the thing in the top right hand corner, probably above that. If I could get rid of that logo at the bottom, I bloody would, but unfortunately we can't have nice things. I do believe we have BXCN coming out onto track. It's either that or it's tops. It's tops, I apologise. We also have Risky Andy out on track. If he crashes up tonight, he'd probably wish he was watching the Chelsea game tonight, as they were winning 3-0 just before I left their party. Apparently Cole Palmer has scored from the halfway line. Cole Palmer, probably the greatest young player in world football at the moment. I'd say that's behind Bellingham. We have a flat, I think it's just cars coming out of the pits. Got everyone now coming out to do their final run. I'd imagine everyone will be hurrying out to track. We have got Gangster still going round doing laps, but he has no ERS to reset any other competitive times. Let Joe on track. Reese quickly follows, and now BXTN. So everyone is going to be out on track, apart from Havoc, Optimus, and Lightshock. Havoc and Optimus crashing out in qualifying, and Lightshock obviously serving his qualifying ban. So who it will be? Risky Andy, who's going to be the first driver to set their last flying lap. But let's see how well the Aston Martin driver can do. The only Aston Martin driver in qualifying still. As he heads into turn 1 and 2 through the Schumacher S's. Not taking the most ideal line through there, but let's see what his first split is going to be. He is up, so it's going to be a big improvement on this lap. 3 tenths currently would put him just above Brad. I'd imagine we'll see quite a fair few drivers taking different lines going into this. I don't actually know the order that we have to be looking at for this. I know Tops will be the next driver, because Gangster Al is... Hunt is currently off track. Here comes Andy, what is going to be his second split. Currently 4 tenths up. I don't know if that means 7 tenths up complete together. Let's see where he can put his Aston Martin. I'd imagine he'll be looking for around BXTN, around that area, as Risky Andy crosses the line. He goes to 8th. Let's ride on board with its tops, who's now rounding the final corner, 2 tenths up in the second sector. Can he improve on his time? He goes to 11th. Next round, now rounding the final corner, we have a Mercedes, so that's going to be... It will be, it would have been Despair. But he's bottled it, he's spun. It's going to be Brad. That'll be the next driver across the line. Is it then going to be Optic? It will be. Brad undecided what gear he wants to be in. Gets to the apex nicely, rounding the final corner. Where can he place that Ferrari? Open DRS. He goes to 8th place. Let's get on board with Optic. He goes to 5th. Great qualifying from him. Alex Squire has done something. Albany round the final corner. Oh, he nearly loses the rear. Oh my god. And that is probably going to be the end of qualifying. BXCN goes to 4th and Chris peels out. And now we have RSF1 Hunt, who is not on a lap. And that is going to be in the qualifying, and Let Joe is on pole position. So there we go, Let Joe on pole by just over 6 tenths. That's quite a big gap. Quickly followed by Allied Squire in P3. I did say that it will be between those three. And BXCN sitting in 4th place. Reese in 5th. Optic in P6. Chris in P7. So that will be... should be a good position for McLaren boys. Despair in 8th, Brad in 9th, Andy in 10th, Tops in 11th, Havoc 12th, RSF1 Hunt in 13th, Optimus in 14th, Gangstyle in 15th, and Lightstock starting from the bottom. Now we're here. And now we have a few minutes for the drivers to do their strategies. So, Adam, you know the rules. 4 minutes part. Oh, that looks very overcast. We could see some rain here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we do. Rain always spices things up in races. Again, I won't be able to look at the strategies, but I will go through them when they're all on track and going around on the formation lap. Lost back end just before turn 2. I guess with the time that you had, you didn't really have much time to get round to start a lap. That's a shame, mate. Still within, should be able to get some decent points. Remember, you only need P12. So hope 4 people crash out. Which is very easy to do around here, especially... So the thing is with Suzuka, it's not like a wide track, apart from the pit straight. It's all very easy to tap wheels, and with this game, as soon as you tap someone's wheel, they're off and dead and all that kind of lovely stuff. So, it's very easy for a safety car to come out. It's also another reason why we've turned red flags off, because when we had them on for, I think it was it Imola? I think it was. No, it was Australia, I think, where we had like 3 red flags start the races off, and it was a bit annoying. But we haven't got that long left. We've got 2 minutes till we start. So yeah, Bond was supposed to be here, but he isn't here, unfortunately. Not the end of the world. Would have been nice, but I'm not gonna force him to do something that he doesn't want to do. And if he wants to go to Spoons for, I would imagine he's gone for food. I can't exactly say no to that, can I? Let's be honest. Saying that, actually, he never actually said he was going to do it. He did say it would be like a last minute thing if he was going to. So technically he probably wasn't going to do it anyway, but shit happens. You'll just have to deal with my lovely voice for the next 45 minutes. It is actually quite hot in this flat, actually. I've got the fan on. But we've left the heating on all day, and as soon as I came in, I was absolutely sweltering. It's raining. Can't switch to heaters now, though. Doesn't look like it's raining on my screen. That means is it raining? I can't see the rain, but I mean, if it's already raining before the formation now, we could be in for an interesting lap one. If it's anything like we had the other week where it absolutely pissed it down, it is actually time to start, so. I don't think it's raining, starting to rain on my screen just yet. But the formation lap is underway. And we're going to tie up. So Despair, the only driver on mediums. Is it raining? Reese, have you been smoking something? It's definitely not raining just yet. Lenovo, that's the maker of my PC. So, I have a feeling drivers have gone for more of a aggressive start to this race, apart from Despair. I'm sure we'll have the strategy screen come up soon. We usually do. Sponsored by AWS. Yes, not now, wasn't agreed. Same for others. Ooh. When's the rain supposed to come, do you know? Is it like midway through the race, or is it near the start? Whilst we're on this formation lap. I'm just waiting for Reese's car to go invisible. If I'm going to do a prediction on the top three, I'd imagine it'll be... There you go. But if it's going to be raining during the race, then that strategy is just going to go out the window. What is Optic doing? Optic is doing a race. What is Optic doing? Like the very start. So we could say rain within the first few minutes of this race starting. Oh, we will be there. Let Joe. Oh, there you go. It's starting to rain. Just as everyone is lined. Oh, it's going to be interesting. As we now wait for Light Shock to bring up the rear. Into 16. Fair enough. That's his number. There we go. 4, 5. Red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Light Shock is already up one position. And it looks like Joe has got an excellent start. Are we going to see any crashes into turn one? Oh, we've got I think it's tops being pushed up to the side. XFR Optic up to P5 already. Simple Chris losing positions at the start. And he's gained that position back off Despair. Oh, Despair! He's off! And I think that's Despair out. That's risky. Andy out of the way. He's off to go and watch Chelsea then. That is going to be a virtual safety car. Oh, oh my god, he's going to do it, isn't he? Reese, I swear to God, don't. I am waiting for it. So turn 1 was fairly clean. I won't see anyone coming in just this early. And we are back under racing. I don't think Reese is able to get the go-ahead. And Lightshock is already up into 10th. So he's had a great start so far. Let's get on board with VXCN, who's managed to keep that P4. Let Joe set the fastest lap of the race. SFR Optic doing everything he can. A very promising start. Here comes Lightshock behind Optimus. Let's see how well Optimus is able to defend from Lightshock here. Optimus a little bit wide than he wants to be there. I think it is still slightly wide. Oh, and that's Chris off. Not exactly sure what's happened to him. Maybe he's getting caught out by the challenging conditions. We have a yellow flag. I think that's it's top. Someone's off. I think that might have been Gangster out. Lightshock going around the outside of the Haas. Andy has finally left the session. It is definitely getting a lot harder on this lap. So we might see. Oh, Lightshock's nearly had a spin. So he could see very close from Optimus there. Here comes Simple Chris. Is he going to go for a move up the inside of 130? Slightly backed out. And nearly Chris goes round the outside. Chris later on the brakes. Lightshock doing everything he can to. And Optimus is in, and so is Chris. Will they be opting for the intermediates? I'd imagine they will be. Here comes Havoc. We also have someone else in. We've got a yellow flag, and that's against the Owl, I think. Oh, no, that was Squire, who I think reset the track. I'm not really sure if that was the case. But it is very wet now. I have a feeling Optimus could be in for a great move there. Spare picks up the first penalty of this race. It's definitely come down a hell of a lot. Are we going to see anyone spin out though? Very easy to do in these kind of conditions. Optimus picks up a 3-second time penalty. Reese now looking to try and get the move done. I imagine we will see everyone in this lap. It is definitely time for wets. Or inters, should I say. Bradford also sticking with this pack. Oh, they've made a little bit of contact between Reese and Optic. Oh, and Reese has nearly spun it. Very easy to do in these chains, and DRS has indeed been disabled. So everyone is in. Everyone needs to be careful coming into the pits. I thought Joe had stayed out then. I was about to cry. Where is Swire? Swire's there. So Joe will lead this race once again. Guys behind, Optimus is able to gain quite a few positions there. Lightshock is up into 6th place. Havoc has been jumped. Ooh, but Optimus is a little bit wayward there. What we got? We've got Brad on the back of Optic. Squire on the back of the spare actually. Let me go into that battle, because that's going to be spicy. They're all over the back of Hunt here. Oh, Squire! Nearly taking himself out of this race. Oh, what a move on Despair. Despair will go for it the inside. And then he spins himself. Chris now up into 8th. BXCN, oh my god, look at this train. Good to see drivers pulling into the Wexford soon. Havoc now gets past Optimus. Bradford. Oh, they're all running wide. Jesus Christ. I do wonder if anyone will come in for the wet, because it does look more, oh my god, straight line speed from Lightshock there. Oh, he's gone completely off, beats the end and goes straight up the inside. Oh, contact mate. Oh, Lightshock's out. Oh, I think he's fine. Need to be careful returning onto track. Oh, it's a bit. Could have a case for that with Lightshock and I think the BXTN. I think. Oh, that's someone else. Oh! Oh, this race is amazing. That seems like the most blatant international takeout I've ever seen, to be honest. From who, Andy? Oh, we got a safety car now. Oh, between you and I'm guessing it was Despair. Because Despair also looked like he was off the track. I also thought up into 9th so far. I'm moving up to happy with that one, haha. Despair turned left into me on the right corner. As long as you clipped it, mate, we'll just send it in. And then we can deal with it. Will anyone go for the wet? Because it does seem... Oh, I think BXTM might be. Is he opting for the wets on this time? I'm not sure what Optic was doing. Is he going for the wets? No, he's going for a new set of intermediates. The spare's in though, just about. And so is Lightshock. But the spare has no front wing. Lightshock has a broken front wing. Eric, I just wondered if you saw it. I think I caught literally the end of it. I saw an Aston Martin go off when I was on board with someone. But I will have a look at the end of this race, and when I get it uploaded tomorrow, I will have a look through it and see what I can see. But I just saw an Aston Martin going off, but it could have been the Mercedes instead, because at a quick glance, it's not exactly easy to distinguish. But yeah, I think I caught a bit of it. Well, whilst we're waiting, we have a drink. Reese is somehow going to get a podium out of this, I can feel it. Anyone gonna go for the wets? It does look... I have a feeling someone could gamble, go for wets. Someone like Despair, because I don't know what he's doing. Like if you're nearer to the back, then you haven't really got anything to lose. Gangsta Al, go on some wets for me, mate. Please. Okay, no problem. If I do see anything, I will... I mean, I have to be impartial as a commentator. So I can't just sit... Unless it's, like, blatantly obvious. I can't just sit there and say, oh yeah, this person did this person did that. But if I do see... I do usually go through the streams again. If I see something that's a little bit, you know, odd, I will go back and kind of watch it again. And if I feel like it's probably deemed an offence, then I will send it in personally. But everything was kind of a little bit too quick. But at least you can go watch Chelsea now, I suppose. You can keep me updated with the score. I know it was 3-0 by the time I left the party. Cole Palmer is on a quadruple. Who are Chelsea playing? Completely forgot. Why is there someone like... It's not Wolves, because they won at the weekend. If I was going to guess, I'd say like Luton. If it's Luton, then it doesn't surprise me. I thought you actually replied. I'd imagine safety car would be in this lap. Yep, called it. Right, let's go back to racing, boys. Got on board with Albany. I wonder if it's going to dry up near the end. Suppose we better find out in 20 odd laps time. Albany wants to get going, and now we are back underway. And Chris, what are you two doing? Oh, that's someone off. Oh, that's Joe off. And now Albany leads. Battle with teammates. Where is his team? All the way back there. But that's PXTN. That's someone round. That's someone off. Squire's off, and he's round again. Bro is not having a good time. Chris now gets past his teammate. BXTN spares losing positions. Yeah, a new contact was going to be made there. But she just pushed him out of the way. Oh my god. BXTN now gets past Adam. Adam kind of let him through there. Oh my god, what is going on in this race? Oh my god. Like Shock is up into 9th. Oh my god, Despair's just getting killed. I thought he was about to absolutely lunge at them. No, he would have been there. But Joe, I think, about to take the lead. He does indeed. I think Squire's retiring. Or you might be going for the set of wets. Or for another set of inters. Bro is not having a fun race. By the way, I usually go to people in the pits when I know there's not really an overtake to be made. Like now, BXTN up the inside of Brad. That's someone off. Well, there's so many battles going on. Oh my god, Chris has just been overtaken by 3 cars! BXTN, he takes our havoc. Oh, what is what is going on in this race? So much is going on, it's hard to keep up. Right, BXTN, he's closest one to overtaking someone. Has no straight line speed though. Oh my god, he's gonna go for a move around the outside, is he? Can he get the job done? Yeah, he does. Lovely move from BXTN. Gonna keep it in a straight line, but here comes Havoc, who has Chris right behind him. Races onto the back of Albany. Right, should we have a game of who's got the less... Who's got not... how do I word it? Who doesn't have as much ERS as everyone else? My guess would be... It'll be Havoc, wouldn't it? Right. 62. Is anyone lower than 62? I win. Chris has a penalty. Another driver that doesn't pick up that many penalties on a race weekend. Yeah, it's the end now. Oh, right shock on Chris. That's someone dead. Squire, isn't it? Yep. Oh, BSN looking for a move around the outside. That's not going to pay off well. Optic's going to be a little bit deep there. BSN gives them a little bit of a tap on the backside. Chris has not enjoyed himself tonight by the looks of things. Here comes its tops. Oh, come to BXTN. Around the outside, but there's going to be no room out there, buddy. Its tops now takes 11th off RSF 100, and RSF 100 gets that position back again. Albany is now back within a second of Joe. Probably not for very long. Here comes Light Shot onto Havoc. Havoc really not fighting that one. BXTN. Oh. Something's happened to Optic. This race is absolutely carnage. Oh, Light Shot looking for a move up the inside. It's all very clean though, that's the thing. And a lot of things is going on. But it is clean-ish. Sort of. Light Shot has a lot of pace though, it seems. Oh, down the inside. Yeah, Havoc's not going to fight that all too much. Now has his teammate just behind him. I wonder if we'll see any Troy and Lightshot up to 5th place. Oh, that's Havoc off. Havoc's picked up a time penalty. Definitely not a normal Havoc season. Get a bit of the aerial views of the battles that we're getting. Got Chris onto the back of Havoc now. We've got a McLaren attacking a Ferrari and a Ferrari attacking a McLaren. Oh, and that's Havoc out wide again. That's going to give Chris a good run there, round the outside of the Ferrari driver. But Havoc has that inside line to spare now, getting himself involved. He started to creep up ever so slightly, and not with that line he isn't. Oh, he's gone for a move down the inside of Havoc, and that's a great move from the Mercedes driver. That's actually a cracking move. Havoc starting to lose some time now, and definitely got to that point of the race where not a whole lot is really going to happen as we get a safety car. Dropping now into the back of Optic. These two had a great battle together pretty much since the end of last season, which is where Optic joined us. Got Reese now starting to claw back some time on Albany. Oh, it doesn't spare, he was literally just behind. Gets out into the pits. I imagine for another set of inters. No, that might surprise us with... Oh, he has retired. Bro has had enough. One more DNF and Adams, as long as he finishes, will get points again. Very close between these two again. Gonna give Chris a bit of a look in as well. Down the inside. Oh. Damn, that lag though. That is Gank Sal's first DNF going into the pits for a while. Oh, and Chris is in. Would he be opting for another set of the inters, or will he be gambling on the hard? Not hard. What talk about hards for? Not even dry. Pits tops picks up a penalty. Like I was saying as we were waiting for the formation lap to start, it's quite because it's quite an old circuit. The track is not very wide, so it's kind of it's a bit like Monaco. You know, where that's Allied Squire around again. Doesn't really like the wet, I think. Yeah, it's got going again though. He hasn't given up though, what I'd like to see. We've just gone over halfway through this race. So if anything was to happen now until I think like lap 24, 23, then half points would be given out. But I don't think we've had a half point situation in about 2 years. Sorry, F121. We went from SVOR to SRL. Oh, and Brad is going into the pits. Squire picks up a time penalty. He's going for the wets. That has actually definitely got a lot harder. Brad's probably actually made a quite a good decision there. Another yellow flag. Is that optic? That is optic off. Still with a front wing on his car though. Not sure if he's made a mistake or he's giving the hee-ho. Recently running off the track himself. I think it's definitely time for the hards, for the wets, sorry. I think that's what Squire might be going for as well. See what Joe does. Would he stay out for another lap? It's quite comfortable though, so... No, it does stay out. Albany is in though. Will he be opting for the wets? No, another set of inters. There we go, flag. Who's... Where is he going? Despair, are you alright? Another set of inters. Chris is now past RSF1 Hunt. Squire is close to being lapped. He has to come into the pits one more time and then this will most likely be lapped. Now moving onto the back of Havoc. Havoc won't really fight that one either. It'll be interesting to see if any of these other guys pit. I'd imagine they will have to. Got its tops. Ooh. Quite naughty from the Alpine driver. Joe is into the pits. Wonder if Reese will follow. No, Reese stays out. Probably hoping for a safety car or something. That would definitely help him. Ooh, that's what happens when you've got better tyres. Optic. Going to the pits. Nope, stays out. Havoc has peeled into the pit slope. And Chris takes 6th place. Joe has come out behind the light shot. I think Reese will still come out in P2 though. Havoc has gone into hards for some apparent reason. What is Bro doing? I can't tell who's actually on the better tyres, to be honest. I genuinely couldn't tell. Like, you can't really do inters versus inters. It's always going to be better. And fresh inters will always be better than worn inters. But Brad is gaining a lot of time on drivers at the moment. I mean, Havoc will have to pit again because there's no way in hell he's going to be able to manage the next 10 laps on a set of hards. Oh, contact made between these two. Adam was not going to fight that. Tops is in. And so is RSF1 Hunt. Set of wets for him. Will Hunt be going for the same direction? He is indeed. And Havoc makes it back into the pits. No harm done. And he is going for a set of wets. Joe will be back onto the back of Light Shot probably around lap 20, I'd imagine. Depends if Reese and BXN even go to pit. Will be interesting to see what they do. I'm going to keep an eye on that gap at the back, and I think Havoc might be opting for a move soon. BXN has pitted though. Havoc with a little bit of a correction there. And Light Shock has also pitted. Spare's picked up a penalty. Chris up into 4th. Bradford is actually getting a lot of time on Optic at the moment. We have also opted for the wets, BXTN and Light Shock, so could be in that part of the race where the wets will be better. We have a flag, and that's going to be Squire around again. There's honestly no point in giving up now. We've only got a few laps to go. But hopefully he'll stick out with it for the next few laps. Because you never know. If you get a safety car, you can definitely box. I do think the wets are going to be faster. Spy is indeed into the box. Would he be going for the hot wets? Great switch back from Bradford there, and Swire's opting for the intermediates again. Reese is also in. This will let Joe go off and win the race, I'd imagine. Reese is opting for the inters as well. Albany jumps ahead of Reese. Can Reese get out ahead of Chris? It'll be very close, but I think Chris would indeed get there. But I think Reese with the much fresher tyres. Here comes BXTN though. Can he go round the outside? He does. Can he get the job done? Oh, and Optic's out. That's going to be a safety car. And it is indeed. And Optic is out of the race. Of course, Hunt is going to stay in the points. Tops has opted to go back onto the inters. Spy has actually been lapped, to be fair. I wonder if Joe will let him through. Oh, and Despair's out. I'm gonna stay out one more. That's my luck. Oh. Oh, Swire's been overturned up. That's all about timing, mate. Come out in second, though. So you've re-jumped Albany. Bless me. This Wire's been able to unlap himself. Ooh. Only one driver out on the wet at the moment, and that's Hunt. At this current moment of time, it'll be the top three finishing how they are, unless something happens. Chris, I think, only has the 3 seconds, so he might lose 1 or 2 places. Depends how the last lap is. I guess it kind of paid off. As we're on this safety car, I want to say thank you to everybody that's took their time out to watch tonight's race. We won't be racing next week, as I am on holiday, and I feel like the drivers deserve a rest. As much as some drivers like to disagree. But at least everyone's getting points tonight, that's the main thing. I wonder if Hunt will actually pit now, though. If I had everyone on Winters, I think gonna stay out. I have a feeling these guys won't be able to catch up. Reese, if you get another win, what would I do? I'll give you £5. Safety car should be in this lap though. One tyre boy for one race. Oh god. You can do that at Abu Dhabi. I know what you want to do. Who was the other guy that raced in here that was in warm tyres? Well, one toy tire boys. Got who it was. Oh, I actually can't wait for this race to finish. This race feels like it's gone on for absolutely ages, but it's only just gone over an hour. I don't know if it said safety car this lap, did it? I don't know, I think we've got one more lap. Unless it's one of those late things. Ooh, what are people paying? Swire pitted. Didn't even realise. Oh, going on to the wets. Interesting. Has it just got... Has the rain just got harder or something? Or are they paying because they want Swire to catch up? There were two that my organisation were Jake Cullen and Jacob D, but they didn't do many races, so can't blame me for getting. I remember them. I just couldn't think of what they're... wasn't it like... it's not BRT Jacob, because I'm pretty sure BRT Jacob is like one of the fastest drivers on the game. I know it was like Jacob Debbers or something. Was that his Discord name? I don't know what Collins was. Yeah, that one. That was one. Don't think they completed a season like. No, they only did like kind of the one-off race. Well, it was like here, there, and everywhere they wanted to race. To be fair, I think after once this season is done, we've got the numbers for next season. I might just start clearing out some of the drivers that I feel like are just there because they want to be, not because they're going to race. The other one would have raced under Alonso. Oh. Was that actually BRT Jacob then? Or was that another guy? Right, anyway, safety car is in this lap. I better leave you to get back to racing, Reese. Wonder if Joe will leave it as late as possible again. And we are back underway. Oh, and Reese has lost the rear. That's going to give BXCN a hell of a lot of straight line speed. Bradford now last. Oops, contact into turn one. Starts having flashbacks. Chris now round the outside of its tops. Nearly runs into the back of Hunt. Oh, that's a... Who on earth is that? Bye-bye. Bro joined and dipped. If people's friends want to spectate, that's fine. But they need to join within the races and all that kind of stuff. Havoc now up into P8. Starting a little bit of a late comeback from the Ferrari driver. Swire now moving up a few places as well. Anyone order a train? Because we're about to have one. All aboard! Tickets, please. Tickets. Here comes Chris. Onto the back of Light Shock. Last time these two came together on track did not end very well. Oh my god. That's a very late move, and I think that's a broken front wing for Chris. think Chris just giving him a bit of a nudge out the way there. That wasn't Light Shock's fault. Someone else is dead. I think it's Tops. Havoc. Oh, and ours. Oh. Oh, that's very 50-50. I imagine we will have to have a look at that one though. From my first thought of the Light Shock one, just going back on it because I know it's quite new. Light Shock I think was very late on the brakes, like later than everyone else. Had to avoid. I think it was BXTN, so he broke harder, and then Chris kind of just ran into the back of him. That's what my first initial thought was. The Havoc and Havoc and Hunt. That's going to be interesting to watch back. It's like Havoc was more enough alongside, and I'm guessing they just came together. I'd imagine Adam won't be very happy, but oh, Albany is up into P2. Here comes Reese though. Albany was like, no. Oh! We're on to the final lap. Oh, no, we've got one more lap. Oh my god, what is happening? Chris has just found himself in P2. Oh, that's contact made. Albany up the inside of Chris. BXTN might get his podium. Chris does have a broken front wing. Oh, now Reese is about to get a podium. Now you three make up your mind. Watch Light Shock get a podium somehow. Heck, even Havoc might get one. I know he's got a permanent penalty actually. Oh! And that's Reese out, I think. No, it's not. That's gonna be... Light Shock will get a podium. Oh my god. Oh, it had to be, didn't it? Poor Reese, he hasn't set a foot wrong in this race. And then, I don't know who it was. It's either, I think he made contact with BXTN, I think. That's what it looked like. It's Tops now, gets past Reese. Oh my god, Light Shock. Be careful, got one more lap to go. Oh my god. I think it's definitely wet tyres now. Who's going to get this final podium position? Three friends fighting out. Things you'd love to see. Squire getting into the mix as well, but he also has penalties. That's Reese. Reese has gone from P2 to last. I think Albie's fairly safe. But it all depends on this last podium position. BXTN round the outside. And Joe Hasn't really put a foot wrong at all this race. As he heads into the final corner. And he's going to win the Japanese Grand Prix. Albany's going to come home in P2. But BXTN. Oh my god, Squires crashed out the last corner. Before the line. Oh. Oh, Brad is off somewhere. He's just going to take his time now, I think. And there we go. Oh dear. What a... what a race. That's going to be filled with drama. Yeah, like shocked with a driver of the day performance. Absolutely gutted. Red rear wing. What happened? I just saw you flying off into a wall. Alright, so I need that one. And then that one. And then that one. I'll do another one of those actually. Yeah, well that is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that race. Very very interesting race. Wyatt does pick up 2 points, luckily enough for him. But yeah, that is it for us for this week. We won't be back next week as we are on a break, as I said. So we will be back for the week after as we head to... Oh. Been told to do something with the terms of service. Where are we next week? I think it's not next week. That's standings. Calendar. We are heading to Portugal for the next race, and it will be a sprint weekend. Whether I will be actually live or not, I am not 100% sure because I will be travelling back home that day. So it will be very 50-50 whether there'll be a stream. If there isn't, then I will see you back at Singapore on the 5th of May. But hopefully everything should be okay for 2 weeks' time. So once again, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon, and goodbye.